When Keanu Reeves steps onto Vanessa Cross's talk show, the audience anticipates another one of his uplifting interviews. But Vanessa? She isn't here for inspiration. She's here to challenge, to provoke, to push Keanu into revealing his most vulnerable side. As he takes his seat, something feels off. Vanessa clutches her cue cards with a sharp, knowing smile. What was supposed to be a simple conversation could quickly turn into something much bigger. But what Vanessa doesn't realize is that, in just a few minutes, she will be the one left speechless. What Keanu is about to say. It will change everything. No one in that audience will ever forget it. Before we dive into this incredible story, tell us where you're watching from. And if you love stories like this, subscribe to the channel because tomorrow we have something even more special for you. The studio is packed. Bright stage lights beam down, illuminating every inch of the set. At the heart of the grand auditorium, the audience murmurs with anticipation, some holding up colorful signs filled with admiration and gratitude. Messages stand out among the crowd. Keanu, you are our hero, and thank you for being you. Behind the scenes, cameras shift, producers make their final adjustments. Everything signals that the moment they've all been waiting for is just about to happen. The countdown flashes on the monitors. Spotlights dance against the deep curtain backdrop, casting a cinematic glow over the unfolding scene. Then he appears. Keanu Reeves walks onto the stage with calm, measured steps, exuding an undeniable presence. There's something about him, a simplicity that sets him apart from the usual Hollywood elite. Dressed in a plain black shirt, a modest blazer, and well-worn jeans, he remains unpretentious as ever. His dark hair falls just past his shoulders, and a soft smile lingers on his lips. The crowd erupts into applause. Some call his name, others simply watch in admiration. There's a quiet power in him, something both soothing and deeply moving. With a humble nod, Keanu lifts a hand in thanks before settling into the central chair on stage, adjusting with effortless ease. The atmosphere is electric, a mix of excitement and reverence. Across from him sits Vanessa Cross. Poised, composed, and razor-sharp, she's a journalist known for her unrelenting interviews, her biting tone, her ability to strip away facades and expose the rawest truths. Her show thrives on vulnerability, on making people squirm, sometimes even breaking reputations. Dressed in a fitted blazer, her hair perfectly slicked back, Vanessa grips a stack of question cards with purpose. Her gaze is keen, almost predatory. A smirk plays at her lips, a blend of professionalism and challenge. She studies Keanu for a moment before leaning in, her voice firm, controlled, and unwavering. Keanu, you have fame, fortune. You could live like a king. Yet, instead, you take the subway, donate millions, and seem to avoid luxury altogether. Do you really think that makes a difference in the world? Silence lingers. A ripple of unease spreads through the audience. Some shift in their seats, uncomfortable with the confrontational tone, while others wait eagerly for Keanu's response. He, however, remains unfazed, relaxed. He takes a thoughtful pause before lifting his gaze to Vanessa, offering a gentle smile. Vanessa, have you ever considered how many people feel invisible every single day? A weight seems to settle over the studio. The audience falls still. Some expressions soften, moved by the simplicity yet depth of his response. Vanessa's brow lifts, mildly surprised at how effortlessly he deflected her provocation without breaking composure. But she isn't done yet. Not even close. She flips to the next card, her fingers tapping against the paper. Her eyes gleam with something sharper now, an almost ruthless intent. Her trump card? It's still to come. Leaning in just a bit more, she prepares to deliver the question she's convinced will finally shake Keanu to his core. Keanu, you lost your fiancé, your baby, your best friend. Didn't that destroy you? Don't you feel that, in the end, life is just pain? The reaction is instant. The room tightens with held breath. A few gasps ripple through the crowd. Some cover their mouths, stunned by the bluntness, the sheer brutality of her words. Others shift, visibly uncomfortable with how mercilessly she's bringing up his deepest wounds. Keanu lowers his head slightly, his fingers lacing together over his knees. A heavy silence stretches through the studio. The cameras zoom in, capturing the reflection in his eyes that have always carried a serene glow, now shadowed with something deeper. Memories. Loss. A kind of pain no words could ever truly capture. Vanessa watches intently, waiting for a hesitation, a break, a flicker of vulnerability she can exploit. But then, Keanu lifts his head, breathes in, and with a voice steady as ever, he responds. Pain never destroyed me. It taught me. It showed me that nothing is permanent, that every moment matters, and that true love, it never disappears. The silence deepens. The studio is utterly still. Then a quiet sniffle. A woman in the front row dabs her eyes with a tissue. Others, once strangers to the story, now feel its weight. For the first time, Vanessa's composure wavers. The sharp smile falters, just briefly. A flicker of something, shock, guilt, crosses her expression. But she refuses to lose control. She straightens, sliding her fingers over the remaining question cards. She has one final trick. A calculated strike. Keanu, you're over 50 now. Hollywood doesn't care about actors your age anymore. Don't you fear becoming irrelevant? Another wave of whispers moves through the audience. Some frown. Some shake their heads. Keanu, however, does something unexpected. He stays quiet. His fingers gently rub together in thought. His gaze drifts, not in hesitation, but as if he's somewhere far away, in a place only he understands. Vanessa, sensing the pause, inwardly smiles. This is what she's been waiting for. Then Keanu lifts his eyes to hers. His face is calm, but his words carry a weight no one saw coming. Vanessa, have you ever watched a sunset? She blinks, caught off guard. The audience stills, confused by the unexpected response. A sunset is beautiful, Keanu continues, voice soft but steady. But have you ever heard anyone call it irrelevant just because the night is coming? Applause explodes through the room. Cheers, shouts of admiration, echoes of bravo, Keanu, fill the studio. Vanessa is frozen. Control of the interview? Gone. Her well-crafted questions? Useless. For the first time, she isn't just the interviewer. She's the one being confronted. And for the first time in a long time, she has no answer. Because Keanu Reeves didn't just respond to her questions. He turned them into something greater. A lesson. A moment. A truth no one would ever forget. Life isn't about how long we live. It's about the impact we leave behind. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Music fades.